I want to make a new video on the 2025 Ford Maverick. If you guys didn't know, the Ford finally updated their website so you actually can price and build. The order gates are still open, or orders are open, available to do so. You have a whole bunch of different models. This is the one with the facelift. It basically has the same motor, but you can get a all-wheel drive hybrid motor as well, which is kind of a big deal. But the main thing for this is the price difference on these. So the XL has gone up in price. I don't know if you guys remember before, even the 2022s were starting at 20 grand. So this is inflation at its finest. You know, even with the EcoBoost, I think it's still going to be around 26K for the base model, 28 for the XLT, and 36 for the Lariat, and then the Tremor is almost 40, and then you have the Lobo Edition, which is more for looks. It's like a lowered truck. But for example, I'm just going to be kind of talking about the model I have. The top of the line model would be like the Lariat. So if you were to get a hybrid Lariat in this color, I'm going to kind of price kind of compare what you guys have on my 2023. So I also have the carbonized gray metallic. I'm kind of a sucker for this color. I think it's one of the better colors out there. You are going to get the new facelift. You'll see this. Okay, one thing I really want to point out, I brought it up before, is before the 22 to 24s, this is all black plastic. This is getting constantly hit by bugs, debris, rocks. With all this nice painted stuff here, this is going to chip up like crazy. Especially if you do a lot of freeway driving, this is all going to chip up really bad. So I'd be really careful. I would even consider maybe doing a PPF on the front end if that's an issue for the paint messing up. I have a few paint chips on mine already. Very, very few because I ceramic I take pretty good care of it. I don't really drive it anything too crazy. But I would definitely just be wary about that. It's still a good looking truck, don't get me wrong, but it's really increased in price. I got my truck for 31 out the door. That's after taxes and fees, with pretty much close to this. I did not get the all-wheel drive, but this is for the all-wheel drive model. So you need to decide that if, an extra $8,000 or $10,000 of all-wheel drive is it worth it for you? Do you have the money for it? I know it's a new transmission because the all-wheel drive has a different transmission than the other ones. So you are getting a different transmission. It's still a CVT transmission. They've been using this motor and this transmission for a long time. This is from the Escape Edge, I believe. So it does have a proven motor that they've had in development for a long time. It's still the same basic motor of the other years. I don't really know exactly how many tweaks. I almost think it's exactly the same, to be honest. And then you are getting an equipment package. So what they did, they really included more stuff with the package. So instead of the 18-inch wheels, you get 19. You also get, I don't know if it's a better sound system. You get the B&O built in, so you kind of get the package. I think it was called like the B&O sound package. It's actually included now with the Lariat. So they kind of made it with more options. So you're getting more for your money, but they're also charging you more. And then you could get, like I said, this to be the other equipment. So you have a 5A1. This is for the EcoBoost, so it's a little bit different. I think it's just a different motor, the hybrid or the Eco. And then you are getting Copilot Assist included. I did get the black appearance package for my vehicle. I think it looks great. Is it worth the money? Absolutely not. It is not worth the money. If you're a baller and you want to have it all nice and blacked out, get it. But this is absolutely not worth the money. I think this is very overpriced. You probably could do everything yourself for less. But if you have the money and you really want 19-inch tires, you know, the grill, the painted mirrors, I really think the interior, the black interior, makes the truck look really good. So I'm a fan of that just for aesthetics. And then again, if you're going to be towing, this is probably a good idea because if you have the all-wheel drive, you can get a 4K towing. If you have a 22 to 24, you cannot get a 4K towing unless you get the EcoBoost, and then you don't get the great gas mileage. I'm getting 44 to 45 miles per gallon in my hybrid, and it's a truck. Sure, it's a 4.5-inch bed, but I'm loving it. Again, if you were to get that, so this is already over 40,000. This is 10,000 more than what I paid for my truck for the exact same truck. The only main difference is you are getting the all-wheel drive. You do have the better sound system. I do have the Copilot on mine. I only have 18-inch wheels. They did upgrade to 19. I honestly think the 19, just because the bigger wheel circumference, you're probably going to lose very slight MPG. It's not going to be huge. You're not going to go from like 43 to like, it'll probably be like 42.5 or 42 point, point something. You'll lose like point something of a mile just for having the bigger rims and tires. Just to make note of that. So if you really want like superb, you want to get the 17 Steelies, you want to get a back that has better aerodynamics, stuff like that will help you increase your gas mileage. But you'll probably get like instead of a 43, you'll probably get like a 44.1. It's not going to make like a huge difference, and probably be less than 1 mile per gallon. It all depends on how you drive and how you grandpa the pedal. So you can, they only offer these two rims with the black appearance package, so they have less rim choices with the Lariat. You can only, choose the higher end stuff because it's the bigger rims and tires. The great thing is also you do get a spray and bed liner. I don't have a spray and bed liner. I opted not to get it because I was going to go with Line-X. And you are getting they all come with this power window with this. You get the trailer hitch and receiver. I paid $100 extra for mine. This is included because they give you that exterior package. So just note that you are getting the tie lockdown. So this is like a little rail system inside here. On the back, you can lock it down. Let's see if we get a picture of it. You do not. But I assure you, it's in the truck. It's these two little rails. You could honestly build this yourself. This I don't think is, it's not bad, it's not good, but I think if you're buying this, you can build it yourself for cheaper. And then they kind of cheaped out because I have a full-size spare tire. Now they give you a mini one, which is located underneath the trunk here. So if you get in an accident, it has a little thing to help prevent it being pushed into your spare tire. But that's going to be really annoying because you're going to be running on 19s, and I think the mini spare, I think it's a 7. I don't even know if it's a 17. It doesn't even say. It's the same as the XL. It's either a 16 or 17. So your truck's going to ride a little wonky because you have 19s and a 16. But, I mean, you're just using it to get to a place you can fix your tires or whatnot. So one thing to note there. And then you get a better backup camera for the truck. That is one thing they supposed to be better. All these other options, I'd recommend buying this stuff from Amazon. Do not buy this from Ford. If you have Ford points, use it like on an oil change or something else. All these things you can buy from Amazon for way less. Like this is way less. You can get it from Amazon. And then I did get the keyless entry. I paid for that. I think this is a good if you plan to go running or you go to the gym or stuff. It puts a little keypad on your car so you can let in and not have the keys. I think this is good, even though it just runs off a battery. I heard it only lasts like anywhere from like 2 or 4 years. I do recommend you looking into getting a keyless pad if you're interested in this. So I'm just gonna kind of price it very similar to what I currently have, and we're gonna kind of compare them. That was the whole point of this video. Another thing, so I have floor mats. I bought all this stuff from Amazon. I do have the tailgate lot, which is interesting because they charge you for it now. So you definitely want to lock your tailgate when you. I also got the tailgate assist from Amazon, which I highly recommend. Don't worry about the front. I don't. I wonder if this costs money because your dealership will install this for free. Yeah, it's free. Okay, I was like, it should be free because you're in California. They have to put a front plate. And then this is the. So I wonder if you would get the. So I have a 17-inch spare tire. I wonder if this costs money. Dang, that's crazy. So this costs more money to get that. That's pretty crazy for the tire. You'd be better off going to the junkyard and just buying a 17-inch Steely than doing this. So I definitely would just I would not opt for that. Again, the black interior is by far the better looking than the this like orange interior. This is like the orange smoked truffle. I got the black appearance package, so I'd probably stick with the black. And then you get the dual comfort zones. I have that. You get this is all. You do get a heated steering wheel, which is additional. The cruise control is really great. The wireless charging pad is actually another add-on to. I don't have a wireless charging pad in mine. I only have the. I think I only have a single USB, I believe. Single USB, and I have the power adapter. The power adapter, actually, the inverter, the 400 watt inverter, comes with all the trucks. I gotta be honest, that thing is so sick. It's so nice to have a plug inside the truck. I can't tell you how often I plug stuff into it to show people like electronics working because I buy and sell. Or like I've hooked up my Xbox to it. I've hooked up TVs to it. It's pretty cool. I definitely think having that. They don't have an option. It comes with the truck now. Power and remove again. It's pretty cool to have, but for $1,000, I think all removes leak after a while, and they're not worth it. But if you're a remove person, you got $1,000 burning a hole in your pocket. Get it. All these other things you can buy from Amazon. You do get the upgraded audio, which is pretty good because the stock audio in the 22 to 24s, the non-B&O, it's garbage. It's straight garbage. Let's be honest. It's not good. You are also don't forget you're getting the bigger screen. My screen cuts off right here, the 23, so you're getting a bigger screen. It's a little bit different interior, the infotainment system. So it does have some really good, and you are getting the Sync 4 with the Lariat edition. I don't know how much that means to you. I use the Android Audio. It's fine. Is it great? No, but basically the whole point of this thing, it's going to cost you $10,000 more. So in my opinion, the whole point of the Ford Maverick was it was an affordable truck. It was a truck that wasn't gonna break the bank. And when I bought it, it was like I think it was like 29 something, and then with all the add-ons. So I basically, and this is 41. That's out the door. Don't forget, you gotta pay taxes. You got to pay the destination fees and yada yada. So this is probably close to 44, 45 out the door after all said and done. And then if you have to finance the car or you're paying a loan, it's going to be even more. So just make sure you guys factor that before deciding if you want to buy the 2025. Is it a good looking truck? It's not. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the upgraded front end, but I do think it gives you a lot more add-ons like, from original. The truck originally came like 2020 was like base model. It was very basic. The XL only had very few things, and they priced it accordingly. Like, oh, that was a really good value. You get a much better value. I think the XLT is also a good value. But if you're looking to like get more upgrades and things, the Lariat they've really increased the price. It's no longer it was an okay value. It wasn't a great. Now I don't think it's a very good value at all. I think you're basically overpaying. They're definitely charging a premium. So if you do, obviously this is a premium trim. I understand that. So if you plan to get a premium trim, you're going to be paying premium prices. But it's gone up $10,000. Do I think all the all-wheel drive and add-ons are worth 10 grand? I personally do not. I'm very happy with my 2023. I recommend if you're looking to get a Maverick, I'd look to get a used one, get like a 2023 or 24. But if you're super gung ho and you want a brand new vehicle, I would definitely look into the 2025 Ford Maverick. The Maverick's been a great truck for me. I've been very happy with it. I just want to point out if you are planning on getting this, like I said with the video, you're looking at about $10,000 more. So just make sure you shop around, understand what you're buying, and realize that hopefully you can get a dealership that will sell you to MSRP. That's the other thing. So find a dealership that sells you towards MSRP, and then the two discounts you can get if you have Ford stock. I believe you need 120 shares. I'm not sure. I'm just talking off the top of my head. You need X amount of shares of Ford stock, and they'll give you a thing called X price, which is like X amount of money off your. It's like $500 to like $1,000 off your new vehicle, and then also some dealerships will stack your discounts with a thing called the California Farmers Bureau. Definitely look into that. United States, you can sign up for this Farmers Bureau, and they get $500 off any new Ford vehicles. So I did that. I paid, I think it was like $60 for a Ford membership. It was like $68 in California for it's called the California Farmer Bureau. And then as soon as you get that, you go to this website, you like input your code, and then you give it to the dealer. It took us like 5 minutes to do, and they took $500 off my price. And I was like, okay, so for $68, I saved $440. That's a no-brainer. And they stacked both my discounts on top. So I got mine at MSRP, and I ended up saving like $1,000 something off my MSRP. So I got a pretty good deal on it. I don't know about you guys. I like to get good deals. If I can save money, I will do so. So definitely shop around. Make sure you guys look into the 2025 Maverick if you're interested in it, and just realize how much it is going to cost you. Play around with the build chart. It's kind of cool. And their order banks are still open. I believe they take anywhere from, depending on what model you order, from anywhere from 2 to like 6 months. So like if you're gonna order like a moonroof and like all this other crazy stuff, it's gonna take longer. If you just order like a base model, XL with nothing else, it'll probably be the fastest. The less they have to customize, the faster they get it to you. So let me know in the video below if you guys are gonna be ordering a 2025 Maverick. Do you think it's worth the price or not? And I'll catch you on the next one.